Say hello to Clara. She is 34 years old. She holds a solid human resources position. Her nice apartment is comfortable. She earns exactly $80,000 every single year. From the outside looking in, Clara is thriving. She puts a little money into retirement. She avoids wasting cash on designer clothing. She prepares her meals every weekend. By all normal standards, she is financially responsible. Yet, whenever her salary increases, she feels stuck. She never actually feels like she is winning. That is because Clara carries a secret burden. She owes $20,000 in credit card balances. That debt is spread across 3 different accounts. She also owes $30,000 in old student loans. She has been paying those off since 2015. Then there is her heavy auto loan payment. She promised herself she would finish it fast. She definitely did not finish it fast. Clara is not a careless person at all. She actively monitors her budget every single month. She simply cannot answer one massive question cleanly. What would her money do without these payments? Now, it is time to meet David. David is 43 years old right now. He lives in the exact same city. He also brings home roughly $80,000 annually. 3 years ago, he killed his final debt. He made the very last consumer loan payment. The credit cards and student loans were gone. His car note was completely wiped out too. He cleared everything within an 18-month window. His actual career income never changed at all. He stayed at the exact same job. But something massive shifted over the next year. He invested more money than ever before. He beat his previous 8 years of investing. It was not because he earned a bonus. It was because his budget finally opened up. Today, we are analyzing both of their paths. We will see what Clara is currently doing. We will see what David started doing immediately. And we will track the massive gap between them. The personal finance space spends an unbelievable amount of time teaching you how to get out of the red, but almost nobody pulls back the curtain to show you the explosive reality of what happens to your cash flow and true wealth trajectory afterward. Let's break down Clara's reality first, because the vast majority of people completely underestimate the silent bleeding caused by their balances. On paper, Clara's monthly obligations seem entirely manageable. She sends $500 a month to her 3 credit cards, which feels proactive until you do the math on her 22% average APR. Out of that $500, a staggering $370 is vaporized instantly as pure interest. She is essentially burning $370 every 30 days just to tread water. Then she has her student loans pulling another $350 a month at a 6.5% rate, followed by a hefty $400 auto loan payment. When you add it all up, her total mandatory debt service is $1,250 every single month. That is $1,250 of her hard-earned income that is immediately legally spoken for. It cannot be pushed into the stock market, it cannot build equity, and it cannot buy her freedom. It simply vanishes. Here is the terrifying calculation that Clara avoids making. If she could somehow capture that exact $1,250 a month and funnel it directly into a standard S&P 500 index fund, yielding the historical 8% average return, her reality would shatter. In a single decade, she would be sitting on $228,000. Stretch that out to 20 years, and that number balloons to an incredible $736,000. But she isn't buying assets with that cash. She is feeding lenders. This means that $736,000 isn't a goal she is slowly marching toward. It is a fortune she is quietly surrendering every single month, without ever seeing a notification that her future wealth just plummeted. And we haven't even factored in the sheer cost of the interest drag yet. If she continues at this exact pace, Clara will hand over roughly $13,500 in credit card interest alone. Her student loans will drain an additional $10,600, while the car financing strips away another $2,900. That is $27,000 in pure interest, money she will pay on top of the original principal she borrowed. That is $27,000 that will permanently bypass her net worth. Let me give you a fresh perspective on what that $27,000 really represents. That exact amount could easily max out your Roth IRA for nearly 4 straight years. It could be the foundational down payment for your very first piece of real estate. It could even be the seed capital required to launch that dream business you always think about. It is definitely not just pocket change. Sadly, it evaporates before it ever has a chance to multiply. We need to stop calling this an interest rate and start calling it what it truly is: a debt tax. The annual percentage rate is just a mathematical figure glowing on your phone screen. The true debt tax is the lost compounding future value of every single dollar that leaks out of your life to service old loans instead of buying new assets. It operates entirely in the shadows. It is permanent, and unfortunately, almost nobody ever sits down to actually calculate it. Clara certainly hasn't run these numbers yet. Now, let's pivot our focus back over to David. I want to look closely at the critical 18 months right before he made that victorious final transfer. At his absolute lowest point, David was carrying exactly $50,000 in heavy consumer debt. Just like Clara, his burden was a messy combination of credit cards, lingering student loans, and a vehicle note. To escape, he aggressively deployed the debt avalanche strategy. This meant he organized every single liability strictly by the interest rate, ranking them from the highest percentage down to the lowest. He relentlessly attacked them in that precise sequence while paying only the bare minimums on the rest of his accounts. The high-interest credit cards had to die first, because they were completely bleeding him dry at a brutal 25% APR. His student loans were next on the chopping block, and that stubborn car note was saved for the very end. The avalanche framework absolutely dominates mathematically in almost every conceivable scenario. In fact, a major 2016 study published inside the Journal of Marketing Research verified what the cold math already proves. By aggressively targeting the highest rates first, you drastically minimize the total penalty you pay to banks. For David's specific $50,000 load, this strategy saved him an impressive $5,000 in pure interest, compared to doing the popular smallest balance trick. But the real magic occurred every single time an account officially closed. When his worst credit card finally hit a glorious zero balance, he completely refused to inflate his lifestyle. Instead, he immediately weaponized that freed up cash and stacked it directly onto the next target. His monthly assault on his balances rapidly swelled from $500 extra to $800, and eventually up to $1,200 as the dominoes fell. The timeline sped up so quickly, it almost felt like cheating, and then the final balance vanished completely. By the way, if you are finding value in this financial breakdown, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. The very next morning, David woke up with $1,500 of totally unassigned, freed up monthly cash flow. Here is the exact, uncompromised sequence of how he deployed it. First, he took a deep breath and paused for 3 solid months. He completely rebuilt a bulletproof emergency fund to cover half a year of living expenses. He was not investing a single dime into the stock market just yet. He simply wanted to guarantee that he would never be one bad emergency away from swiping a credit card again. Once that safety net was secured, he funneled his first investment dollars directly toward his employer's 401k match. Previously, he was only putting in an agonizingly low 3%, which left free money sitting on the table. He instantly boosted that contribution to 6% to capture the absolute maximum company match. That move is literally a 50% guaranteed risk-free return on those dollars before the stock market even opens its doors. There is nothing else in the world of personal finance that can legally rival that kind of immediate profit. Following that crucial 401k match, the second step was maxing out his Roth IRA. He set up an automatic transfer of $583 every single month, which hits the official $7,000 annual contribution limit perfectly. Every single dollar of growth inside that specific account is completely tax-free forever. The IRS cannot touch those gains. Finally, the third step caught whatever was left over. He opened a standard taxable brokerage account and aggressively bought low-cost index funds. His total dedicated monthly investment settled at exactly $1,200 out of that original $1,500. He allowed himself a small, hard-earned lifestyle upgrade with the remaining $300. But that core $1,200 a month, compounding at a historical 8% average, creates a financial earthquake. In 10 years, David will sit on roughly $219,000. In 20 years, that account will explode to $665,000. He didn't get a lucky inheritance, he didn't launch a startup, and he certainly didn't pick penny stocks. He simply eliminated his interest payments and forced that exact same cash to build his own wealth. But here is the fascinating part that basic spreadsheets completely miss. A major 2019 study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences tracked individuals immediately before and after their debts were completely eliminated. We are not talking about reduced balances, but fully cleared accounts. Clinical anxiety symptoms plummeted from 78% of the participants all the way down to 53%. That is a massive 25 percentage point drop in diagnosable anxiety just from wiping out liabilities. Even more importantly for building long-term wealth, their overall cognitive performance actually improved. People started making noticeably better financial choices once the debt was gone. They became far less impulsive and stopped sacrificing their long-term stability for short-term comfort. The human brain does not process debt as just a harmless math equation. It perceives those negative balances as an active, ongoing threat to survival. Managing that constant mental threat consumes intense cognitive energy in the background, draining focus that should be used for career planning and calculated risk-taking. This psychological anchor is exactly why Clara quietly filters every major life choice through one terrifying question. She constantly asks herself, will I still be able to make my minimum payments if this goes wrong? Can she accept a better job title that offers a slightly lower starting salary, but massive future upside? No, because of the payments. Can she afford to drop down to part-time hours for just 6 months while she launches her dream consulting firm? Absolutely not, because the payments are always due. Her debt is no longer just a financial obligation to a bank. It has morphed into an invisible career constraint that she never consciously agreed to. She feels the suffocating weight of those balances every single time a new opportunity knocks on her door. David completely stopped running that fear-based calculation, but not because he suddenly became reckless. The fundamental math of his life simply changed. With zero mandatory consumer debt payments hanging over his head and a rapidly expanding investment portfolio, one bad quarter at work does not trigger a personal crisis. The baseline cost of his survival dropped drastically, and when your floor drops, your ceiling instantly rises. Exactly 18 months after making his final loan payment, David took a lateral career move to a different firm. The base salary was identical, but the company offered incredible equity upside. The risk calculation simply did not work before, but it worked perfectly now. This isn't just about money either. Researchers at Northwestern University discovered that carrying a high debt-to-asset ratio directly correlates with elevated blood pressure and significantly worse self-reported physical health. This is a scientific fact, even after adjusting for overall income levels. The debt was a literal physiological burden on his heart, and his body felt the exact same relief his mind did. Let's make this highly actionable, because the massive gap between Clara and David is not destiny. It is just a sequence, and sequences can always be initiated. Step 1 is choosing your attack method and understanding the true cost. The debt avalanche, which targets the highest interest rate first, mathematically wins almost every single time. On a standard $50,000 combined debt load, the avalanche strategy easily saves around $4,000 to $5,000 in pure interest, compared to the snowball method. If you are drowning in high-interest credit cards, avalanche is not just a preference. It is the mathematically superior choice. However, the debt snowball, paying the smallest balance first, creates massive psychological momentum. If you have failed at the avalanche, the snowball is a fantastic backup weapon. The very best method is simply the one you will actually complete. Step 2 is finding that critical extra payment. The math on debt acceleration is incredibly punishing in the best way possible. On Clara's $20,000 credit card debt at 22% APR, paying only the minimums means she will drag it out for almost a decade and surrender thousands in interest. But adding just $250 extra every month completely fractures that timeline, cutting it down to under 3 years and saving her over $12,000 in interest alone. Find that $250. Step 3 is knowing exactly what you are doing the precise day that final payment clears. This is exactly where the vast majority of people fumble their compounding potential. The mandatory payment vanishes, and within 6 months, that freed up cash quietly morphs into expensive takeout dinners and premium subscription upgrades. Your liberated cash flow must have a strict destination before the account officially closes, not after. Here is the ultimate deployment sequence. First, Rebuild that liquid emergency fund to 6 full months of expenses before attempting anything ambitious. Second, capture every single penny of your 401k employer match, because that is a guaranteed, unbeatable return. Third, max out your Roth IRA for completely tax-free growth forever. Fourth, push whatever remains into a taxable brokerage account filled with low-cost index funds. If you strictly redirect that $1,200 a month through this sequence at an 8% return, you hit $219,000 in 10 years and an explosive $665,000 in 20. You absolutely do not need a sudden lottery win. You just need the old payments to permanently stop and the new redirection to be fiercely intentional. Clara and David earn the exact same annual income. They navigate the same city streets. They are not radically different people in any obvious way that you would notice on the surface. Yet Clara is unknowingly building a number she cannot even see yet. The devastating compounded future value of every dollar leaving her wallet in interest payments. David, on the other hand, is building a profoundly different number. He is building the kind of balance that fundamentally alters what life decisions are available to you. The massive chasm between them is not about superior intelligence. It is not about a magical salary bump, and it is certainly not about luck. It is purely the presence or absence of that $1,200 a month finally having somewhere productive to go, rather than desperately servicing the ghosts of past purchases. The most dangerous thing about this financial gap is how deceivingly small it starts. In year one, Clara and David look functionally identical to the outside world, but by year 10, David has secured over $200,000 that Clara simply does not possess. By year 20, that number balloons past $500,000. This gap does not grow in a straight, predictable line. It violently accelerates, because that is exactly what compound interest does when you finally give it enough oxygen to breathe. Clara is eventually going to get there. She is a meticulous planner and she deeply cares about her budget. She simply has not run the ultimate calculation yet. She needs to stop looking at just her balance and start looking at the true cost of carrying that balance. She has to vividly see what she is forfeiting every 30 days. If you are watching this right now and you realize you are a Clara, you must run the full number tonight. Do not just look at the shiny APR percentage. Calculate the massive, compounded future value of every single dollar that is currently leaking out of your accounts to feed the banks. Stare at it until it hurts. Because the people who close this wealth gap the fastest are never the ones who magically earn the highest salaries. They are the ones who finally understand what staying in debt is actually costing their future and decide that the invisible price tag is no longer acceptable. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. See you in the next video, and remember, stay smart with your money. Take care.